I'm more scared to live a life with no experiences. I mean, what's the alternative? Like being stuck in your house and never leaving? I was on the road full time from the 15th of Feb until just before Christmas. Just over 10 months. I knew I wanted to do a rough circumnavigation of South Africa, starting in Cape Town, going up the West Coast, Northern Cape, and then down the South Coast. I had the bucket list items that I haven't seen on the list, but other than that, I was just open. I was whatever South Africa wants to show me and what its people wants to show me, like, come at me. I definitely think alone travel is probably one of the biggest things someone can do for their self-development, if you want to call it that. Doing those things by yourself is okay. Like, you don't always need to be sharing an experience to enjoy it fully. My flat's lease came to an end and I was stuck in the house during lockdown. I was really bored. Bought this old Jeep and I kind of just went. I was able to travel because I have a remote business and I could run that on the road. So people often think, oh, it was just fun, you hopped from place to place, but I had to work in between, which often looked like a 9-to-5 schedule of waking up in the morning, sitting behind your laptop and staying there. So I was able to keep on working kind of wherever I had signal or Wi-Fi. So a lot of my stops did look like sitting with a laptop in a campsite or sitting with a laptop in my passenger seat, like quickly getting that email out. But and then on the side as well, I chose to share this trip on social media. I really wanted to show people how incredible our country is, and whether I do that through social media or videography or photography, it was a cool way to show people day to day, like, look, it's really possible, and just to get your story out there. Also, the funny thing is that the social media aspect made the trip, or I imagine made the trip a little less lonely, because you feel like you're sharing this experience with someone. It's the funniest. I think if someone had to see you document yourself in these places, they would never follow you on social media again, because they would just see how absolutely ridiculous this is. Stupid things become so extraordinary once you have been on the road for so long. I mean, waking up in the morning and knowing I can boil a kettle by just clicking a switch and not having to start a fire and get the gas going. I remember when I first moved into my apartment, that was exactly it. I would put on the kettle and it's like, that's it. That's all that I need to do to make my coffee this morning, and it was amazing. I loved it so much. I loved that entire feeling of being on the road, roughly knowing where you're going, but also just the road is open to, if you don't want to go there, you can go wherever. Your music playing, sometimes you have a snack with you if you're lucky. I'm not traveling to heal anything. Well, I think that narrative also exists out there of like every girl on the road, or every girl who's doing this, or a massive feat for herself in terms of exploration or adventure or doing something for the sake of doing it, needs to be healing some kind of tragic thing that happened in her life. And I was like, no, did I go through a breakup before this? Absolutely not. Did I have some kind of job loss or internal struggle? No, I just left because I was curious and because I loved to travel and because I was tired of being at home. We don't need an ulterior motive for doing cool stuff. I think just wanting to do it is enough. So happy Women's Day, ladies of South Africa. And if there's something that you've been wanting to do your entire life, whether that be travel or any experience, learning a new language, learning a new skill, just do it. Like, we don't need to wait for permission to do the things that we've been wanting to do our entire lives.